want to thank Partners for allowing us to do segments like this where we highlight different stories of people who have achieved right here in York County. And I love it when we have an inspirational story like we do. And KCM Constuction have been around for a number of years, but they have local roots. They're servicing York County. Gage, you started off right here in Sanford and have built quite the business. Can you tell us a little bit how you got your start?
We started as TNA builders, and we reinvented the company and started to do things with the community and the schools.
What I like about your story is that it isn't straight A to B or A to Z. You're someone who struggled a little bit in high school and bounced around, but found something in the trades that really spoke to you. And can you tell us a little bit about that journey?
So I always knew that people were going to have a need for home improvements and updates and always need home repairs. Throughout struggling through school and among other things,
you were able to find something that spoke to your heart and giving back to the community while also being able to support yourself, support your family as well.
So yeah, we wouldn't have such a great business, KCM being $1 million company, without the support of the community. So what do? We try to give back to the community and do jobs, help veterans, do shoveling, even if it's just basic things. We know people have needs, and everything's expensive now. Let's be real about it,
So KCM Constuction, as our guest this morning on York County Connects, I have Gage, I have Brandi in the studio, and we talk about giving back to the community. There was one story that jumped out at me involving your daughter, where a school now benefited from your services as a result of what they were able to do for your child. Brandi, can you tell that story?
Absolutely. So our daughter went to preschool in Biddeford, and she was nonverbal at the time, and they were able to, get her talking and eating and walking, and did so much for her, and she had so many strides. So we wanted to give back to them. So we asked, what can we do to help you guys? And they came to us and they said, we'd really like to have a rock climbing wall and a slide.
That's awesome.
So we said, okay, no problem. We all gathered together. We donated our time and got the materials. We got that donated from Home Depot, and we did that. And that led to our next volunteer projects, where we built a deck for a school in Saco, and 2 flower boxes and little vegetable gardens to a roof in Arundel School. So
that's what I love about KCM and what you guys do, because you obviously do a lot of work, $1 million company right here in Southern Maine, but also giving back to the community. Have you ever been at one of the unveilings of a project?
Yeah, so we had a client that we stepped up on her roof, and we went through her roof, and she unfortunately wasn't able to pay at the time, and so we decided to try and get some of the materials for free, and we even had her work out a payment plan with us to try and suit her. I think that really spoke about how we are as well. I think you have more input on it.
She honestly was an elderly lady, and I think the community should be supporting the elderly more than they do. And she didn't have the money. I covered the money out of my pocket, and then she made her payment every single month, and then sent us a Christmas card and thanked us, and basically cried the last day I was there, and really thanked us. And then another one that comes to mind is one we just did in Wells. A lady, I'm not going to speak her information, but her daughter has cancer, and they have a brand new house. The roof's only 3 years old. I go there. She's in hysterics. She's helping take care of her granddaughter. She's getting ready to lose her daughter, and she doesn't need to be worrying about a roof problem. And we went there. We tore the roof off in one day. We redid it. We were able to give her some discounts for paying in cash, and we were able to not have her worry about this in her time of need. It was a sad situation, and I was glad I could help her.
KCM Constuction are our guest here this morning on the show, and as you heard from their story, it's quite fantastic that a couple of local people right here in York County didn't exactly have the easiest path to success, but once they found what they loved, they stayed here. Not only are they building within the community, they're giving back to the community, and we've talked a little bit about that. But what if someone is driving along. They need some work done for their house, whether it's exterior, whether it's interior, and they're like, I want to do business with someone that gives back to the community where the money stays here. Brandi, how do they reach you?
Best by phone number, 207-289-9072. Go right on our website.
Do you have? Yeah, I was gonna say you have a Facebook page. Everybody's on Facebook. They can just easily look you up there.
Yes, KCM Construction.
KCM Construction, giving back to the local community, doing amazing things. Do you guys? I know you have a project that you try to do every single year to give back. What's the next one?
So we're not sure. We haven't chosen this year. It was a little slower, and then everything picked up. But we still plan on doing some type of project for the community. We're not sure how people reach out. There isn't a science behind it. Basically, we've been seeing somebody in need and been just taking care of it. And that's probably what it'll go to this year is somebody, it's coming up in the winter months, somebody who has a problem with their roof or something, will just end up going and repairing that for them. Home Depot will donate the materials and we'll do it for free.
Awesome. Brandi, you want to add to that?
Or if someone knows of a community center or a school that's in desperate need for a playground or anything like that, please reach out to us, and we'll see about maybe making that our pro bono job this year.
So it's not just building that you have access to with KCM. We're rounded with a team, and we have a plumber, we have an electrician, we have a spray foam guy, we have other local contractors in the area who we work with together to keep prices down and to make sure people aren't taking advantage of people. Price gouging is a thing right now. People really need to do their research on their contractor and their reputation, because if you take a contractor that doesn't have a reputation, what does he have to lose? And I see it so many times. Another thing that we'd like to help and combat is that we know that contractors are taking advantage of people. Okay, and what we want to offer today, this is the first time we offered this, is that we want to help you. Okay, if you contact KCM and you can prove to me that you had a problem with a contractor, but you did your due diligence through this to make sure that he was a good contractor and he took advantage of you, what we're willing to do is we're willing to cover the cost that you lost with that contractor. So I have a way with my suppliers to work out the cost. I get, better material for a lower cost. Like, there's so many ways that I can do it, but it's nothing to give back $5,000 off a project or $10,000 off a project to cover the cost to ultimately still get you to where you need to be, but also this is providing us with a good look for the company as well, while giving back to the community as well.
That is amazing how you're able to do all of that with a company that's right here in York County. And Gage, you didn't get here alone, too. You have your wife next to you by your side every single day, but some people really helped you get to where you are today. You want to give them a thank you?
Yeah, I'd like to recognize these people who work with me today, who worked with me coming up, who taught me. A big one would be Jared Hubert Construction, Mario Hale at Southern Maine Builders, my current plumber that works with me now, Josh, but with Wired by Worsley, my plumber, Austin Snell, he's Platinum Plumbing, and also a special to my my hairdresser, Maria.
Maria!
Wood Grain Barbershop. That's my girl.
Maria's going to be mad that you wore a hat to this interview, though.
She always supported me. She runs a business. We've always put business ideas together, and it's taken all of these people together to get me to where I'm at to provide what I'm providing.
Which is a great service to the community. It's KCM Construction. Find them on Facebook. You can also, Brandi, if you want to give you a call, what's the number again?
207-289-9072.
York County's morning show.